Time I leave the store, I ring. Ready? Every time. Every time.
Родите.
I don't know, it's like a black guy detective. Oh, this is my wallet. Alright. So that's me being black leaving a store. Typically happens, you know. I think it's skin detector. Fucking around. Yo, I keep ringing. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what it is. I just keep ringing. Whenever I leave a store in Russia, I'm ringing all the time. I don't understand it, man. I stay ringing. I don't know if you guys saw, but there were Russian soldiers in there too. I didn't even look at the footage. I just filmed it and came home. I didn't look at it. But if you look carefully, you might be able to see the Russian soldiers in there. There were soldiers in there. And that's part of the reason why I took my camera out, because I was like, all right, I know I'm gonna ring. There's Russian soldiers in here. They asked me where I'm from. I'm going to say America, because I never deny or lie about where I'm from. And I'm going to get to something on that too. And I'm black, which adds to it, so this might be interesting. So I walked through. Security, I don't even know if he was fucking security. Well, a lot of security people in Russia, the Akhrana, they don't even wear security outfits. They just look like regular people. So I wasn't sure if this guy was security or not. So like when he points to my pocket, he's like, what's that? And I'm like, it's my wallet. It was two guys actually. I know only one was a security guard. I don't know what the fuck the other one was. And so they're like, let me see the wallet. So when I pull out my wallet, I wasn't gonna let them grab it or touch it. No, I'm just holding it by hand, and then they just walked away. And that was it. No, not trying to make a big deal out of what happened. Oh my God, they stopped me. No. Oh my God, they're racist. No, the machine rang, they did their job. That's what happened. But there were soldiers in there, so just in case, and those soldiers, so I wouldn't say soldiers, soldiers here in Russia, like anywhere, they're more disciplined than the people. So like soldiers don't stare at me or something like that. Like they don't stare. They're probably better actors. Maybe they do stare, but only when I'm not looking. You know, they don't try to make me feel uncomfortable. And maybe just because they don't care, they probably think I'm African, and so they just don't care. But you know, being an American, especially American with military experience, and being around a Russian soldier, you know, there's natural tension there. You know, natural tension. But I mean, I don't give a fuck, because I respect soldiers of any country, because your job is hard as shit. You might not come home. You might be gone for months at a time and not come home. You feel me? So So I definitely respect the soldier of any kind. But anyway, let's get to being American in Russia right now. It is not easy. It is very hard to find a place that will accept an American card right now. They are not accepting American cards. No, I missed my homie's wedding yesterday. My best friend had a wedding. Congratulations, Jose and Gina. I missed the wedding. I'm watching the pictures of all my best friends in the tuxedos and stuff, you know, doing their thing, having fun, and you know, I mean, yeah, I missed it, but you know, it's not like I didn't go because I didn't want to go. It's not a good idea for me to leave the country and come back. Like, it's not a good idea right now for me to going back and forth on this business visa. Like is that simple? You know, it's not really that simple for me. You know, I'm just happy that so far no police, no immigration have you know, came up trying to do. I think it's a political thing. I don't think it was me. The last two times the police ran up on me in Russia, and everyone told me around in my class, they're like, we think they're here because of the political reasons and they just want some money. Like, that's what happened the last two times. First time they almost tried to deport me, whatever. That one was big. The second one wasn't so big. They made us move locations. They kicked us out of one spot and we had to have the classes in another spot, which was absolutely fine. But the point is, they came hard. The first time they came just fucking like, they hired some professional goons or mafia dudes. That's what it looked like. The second time, they came hard. They came with a police person, lawyer, all this shit for me. You know, so I'm very careful about what I do in Russia right now, because I don't know if it's just me personally or because I'm American, but either way, it's not too good. So, like I said, they're not accepting the cards right now. They're like, I gotta spend cash all the time. And what sucks, whenever I get cash from the machine, they take out a whole amount, a big ass amount, a big ass percentage of money, a big chunk just goes. I don't know the exact number, but it's like I'm losing money here because I'm American. Like, that's just how it goes. It's probably the same thing with the Europeans, but I'm losing money here because I'm American. Now, of course, I'm getting much more than I'm losing, but I'm basically just saying, if I were like from Africa or something, I'd have a little more money now than I do because I'm American, because I have to, high percentage at the bank, and they're not accepting the cards. And it wasn't like this 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I was able to use my card anywhere in Russia. Everywhere. Accepted. Soon as I got back from Ukraine last week, no. Only place I took my card for some reason was a Subway in Moscow, the food place. That's the only one. Everybody else says no. And one place was dead up honest. They said it's because it's American. We're not taking it. You know, and that's just kind of how it is right now. So, like, for the first time, I'm not comfortable in Russia with the money situation, because I got to keep going to Sberbank and taking out money from there. Who knows what new percentage laws they have on that. So, you know, I'm very wary of my money right now. I gotta figure something out. Maybe I gotta get a Russian credit card. I might have to get a Russian credit card. Russian debit card. I might have to do that to start my own Russian bank account if possible, or I'll just partner up with somebody. Maybe Crazy Face can help me out. We might have to do that because I'm tired of these taxes and shit, or just high percentages and shit, and not taking my card because I'm American. So for the next month I'm here, I gotta figure something out, because that's just getting real annoying. But now to being black in America. I spoke about being the American thing. I got a message today from somebody. But first, you know, I want to tell you guys something. Before I get to that message that some African guy sent me, I want to let you guys know everywhere I've been in Russia. Because a lot of people think, like, I've been in Russia for like 4 weeks and I'm talking shit like I know it so well. Let me tell you, these are all the cities I've been through. It's been compiled. Some guy made a map, and now I know it. All right, I've been to Vladivostok, Khabarovsk, Yekaterinburg 4 times, Moscow 20 times, St. Petersburg 4 times, Grozny, Rostov-na-Donu for a total of 4 months, Kaliningrad, Stavropol 3 times, Volgograd, Omsk, Chelyabinsk, Kazan, Dmitrovsk, Krasnodar, Voronezh, Saratov 3 times, Tyumen, Tula, Lipetsk, Tambov, and Penza. Yes, and to add Dnipropetrovsk in Ukraine, okay? And Kiev in Ukraine as well. So these are places I've been. I've done business in all of these places. So, you know, I've been around. You know, I'm not some dude who just came for like 3 or 4 days and I started talking about shit. No, I've been here for a while. I've been to a lot of places, all the way west of Russia, almost all the way east of Russia, north and south. You know, I've been all around this motherfucker, right? And today I got a message from an African guy. Because you know what? I realized the last video I made about that dealt with Africans, dealt with the whole, that song, Go Hard Like Putin. And of course, I offended some African people. I always do. No, I don't know if they, like I said, I think this guy keeps sending me this shit. This guy keeps sending me pro-Putin shit. Alright. This guy I'm gonna try to send it. Jesse, I ain't making this shit up. This dude keeps sending me this pro-Putin shit. He's the one of the people keeps sending me the goddamn Go Hard Like Putin's music. He's like, Putin's becoming popular around the world. This guy right here. So right now look, Go Hard. I don't know if you guys see it, but Go Hard Like Putin. This guy keeps sending me this stuff. Now he's a cool guy. He's not against America, but he just swears to God that Putin is so hard and powerful now because of that song, Go Hard Like Putin, and he thinks this dude is popular around the world because of that song. We're gonna get to this a little bit now. So I got a message from an African dude. Seems like a smart African dude, and this is what he writes. He goes, "Hey, you are spot on. I wonder why Africans in Russia like to claim they are Americans. It is just so weird. Well, I have always been proud of my country, Nigeria, but every day I meet Nigerians and other Africans who simply carry the idea that they are Americans. I think they do it so as to be regarded as someone important. Well, I am Nigerian, though I grew up in London, but the fact still remains that I am Nigerian. Cheers, mate, and keep up the good work." All right. So I'm guessing he grew up in London, but I'm guessing he was born in Nigeria, which is what makes him Nigerian, or he just may consider himself Nigerian by blood, either way. So he keeps his ties close with Nigeria. Who the fuck are you? Get out of here. That's right. That's somebody else who just messaged me. I told him. So I'm going to address his message because I promised him I would. I get these messages sometimes. Some African people will write to me and say, "Thank you for finally saying something about the Africans who pretend to, or act like they're American." Not act like, pretend they're American in Russia. Now, my thing here is, I can't even blame them for acting like they're American, or if they do pretend they're American. There's 2 reasons behind it, and it's not really their fault. One is kind of Russian people's fault. Because for whatever reason in Russia, it's politically correct to call any black person African American. Yes, that's how it is in Russia. So if you're black, they see you, it's polite to call you an African American. Let me repeat that. African American when you're in Russia. You know? So, I can't really blame them for saying they're American because Russians call them Americans every day. So it's not really even just their fault. I mean, even they know they're not American. They know they've never been there. But Russians call them American. So you gotta kind of blame the Russians for that one because that makes no sense. And then the Russian logic behind it, this is the response I hear 80% of the time. It's, we call them African Americans because we can't call them niggers. I'm like, okay, that makes no sense. That's like me saying, it's like me seeing a white girl. I'm like, okay, I can't call her white, so I'm gonna call her Asian. Just because you can't call them something that may be seen as disrespectful doesn't mean you gotta call them something at random. You just call a person what the fuck they are. They're African. Same with me. If someone calls me African, they're not wrong because I'm African in the blood. Only difference with me is my mind, my mentality, and where I was born, and what I know, I'm American. That's the passport, you feel me? So I get some messages like this sometimes, and so I say it's partially the Russian people's fault, and then it's also partially those African people's fault, but also, more importantly, bro, I know you wrote me this message. Let me get his name. His name is Daniel Gum. Well, I don't think that's his real, it might be his real name, Daniel Gum. I will leave his information if you guys want to holler at him. He's a cool guy, smart dude, got a nice white girl. Daniel, it might be partially people like you. Might be your fault too. You wanna know why? Because I realize whenever I say this, people are so shocked that I speak about it. And I say, you know, if you're African, don't pretend you're American. Just be yourself. Don't lie about where you're from. Be proud, whatever. They're like, oh, someone finally said something. When it's like, why weren't you saying something? Or maybe they're just excited because maybe I have a little more of a voice behind those kind of things. So I guess I can understand that. But still, you should be the one to say something like, hey, we are Nigerians. Don't pretend you're something else, and don't even allow other people to call you something else like American because you're proud of where you're from, and let them know you're proud of where you're from. Because the ones who do accept an American title and pretend they are American or something, which I've met numerous times, they reinforce negative stereotypes on their land. So it's like, I'm cool, I'm American, I'm not Nigerian. I'm American, I'm cool, I'm not from Angola. They're basically helping to perpetuate the negative stereotypes of that land by saying America's cool. Since I'm a cool person, I want to look cool, I'm gonna say I'm American because if I'm Nigerian, they're gonna think it's bad, whatever. But it's your job to change people. I'm not gonna say change people's mind. It's your job as a representative of your country to show people that it's not what they think. That's what I'm doing here for America. Not everything's what you think. A lot of people think like, I'm a gangster, I carry a gun. I'm like, look, not all of us do that. You know, I try to be a good representation of my country. You know, so you should do the same thing. When I met my homie, who was the first? I think Phil. Yeah, Phil Payne. He was the first one I met. And he's from, come on, I know this. Oh, come on. He's from a certain country in Africa. And when I met him, I know anything about this country. I can't even remember the name. It's not Nigeria, it's not Angola. I've got the name, but it's not Zimbabwe either. I'm going to remember Zambia. He's from Zambia, right? I know anything about Zambia, but since I met this dude, he told me so much about it, and his parents got money, their consulate, all this stuff. I learned so much about Zambia, it's on the map in my head now. It's there. I know Zambia. When I hear about it, I got nothing but good things to say about it because of this person. You feel me? Because of that guy, because he represented it and he didn't fake the funk, so to say. He didn't fake it, you feel me? So I appreciate Daniel Gum for writing me the message, but I gotta be honest, Daniel, I think it's because of some people like you. Because even, there was one time I made a video like this and some dude, some black French guy, he's French, born in France, blah, blah, blah. He just goes off on me. He was like, in the message, why you can't let them say they're American? You know people like that better than African, blah, 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 blah. He just went off and I was like, bro. I responded to him, I'm like, first of all, what you're doing right now, what you're saying right now is some of the saddest shit I ever heard. You're basically saying Africa sucks when you say shit like that. You're saying Africa sucks when people gotta pretend they're from another place. Cause he was like, I let my African friends pretend they're French. Yeah, so we're just gonna pretend like there's no Africans in the world? Only good black people or black people from other countries? You don't realize that when you do that stuff, you're saying, yes, Africa sucks. That's what you're saying when you do that stuff. I don't see why it's so important about where you're, because I say I'm from Brooklyn. I don't even say I'm from New York. I say I'm from Brooklyn. The reason why I say that is because, first of all, I don't think many people know Brooklyn exists. I'm just curious to see if they know it. But I know a lot of people have, you know, they even have bad thoughts of Brooklyn. They think it's dangerous. They think all the black people there are killers, gangsters, drug dealers, drug addicts. I know that's what they think. But I'm saying I'm from Brooklyn, and I'm gonna show them that some of us are positive, cool, nice, and friendly. That's what I do. I say Brooklyn first, because Brooklyn has a bad reputation out here, especially amongst a black person from Brooklyn. It's real bad. You know what I mean? But I try to, but even that bad reputation, some Africans find it as cool, not even that, a lot of Russians, especially the girls, find it as cool. It's like, oh, you're from Brooklyn, gangsters, you know, Jay-Z, and they find it cool, which is so fucking stupid to me. But they find it cool, well, not stupid, I guess the entertainment part of it is cool, but when it comes to actual life, that shit ain't cool. That shit is not cool. Hearing gunshots and shit every week, that shit is not cool. I don't know why that shit is cool. Maybe because the American rappers try to glorify it, but that shit is not cool, people. It's not cool at all. I don't think I have much more to say about this because I've spoke about this so many times. I just wanted to respond to his letter. And I also want to message, I also want to know how many Africans watch my channel. Because, you know, I would say the number one demographic that approaches me about my channel, I would say Russian females. Russian females, then is African guys. Because, you know, it wasn't only in Russia that African guys approached me. It was in Russia, it was in Cyprus, it was in, this is one more spot where they approached me. I guess it was Budapest, but there was definitely another country where African guys, no, America. Even some African dudes in America approached me and they said they watch my videos. So I don't know how Africans are getting a hold of my videos. I love it, I'm all cool with it. But if you're African and you watch my videos, let me know what you think about what I said. Let me know what you think about how it is being black in Russia. And let me know what you think about how it is being African in Russia. You know, for me being black in Russia, I'll give a little background. It's not hard, you know, people stare, and I'm always with white girls, people stare, whatever. But usually when they find out I'm American, their tone changes. It could be worse, it could be better, but the one difference is, I gotta admit, between being American and African, being a black person in Russia, is that when you're American, they respect you more because your country has power. That's how they see it. They respect you more because your country has power. They're less likely to do something stupid because your country has power. Especially when they find out you're a popular person from that country, they're less likely to do something stupid because they know it's going to be everywhere. You can't hide that. You know, if I disappear, you can't hide that. I make videos every fucking day. You know, a lot of people who don't like, you know, the people who comment on my videos, say all that racist, negative shit, they see me in the street sometimes. Trust me, these people see me. They see me. They may do a little Hitler salute, or just be like, yeah, you're a Philko, keep walking, but they're not gonna do shit because they know what's up. They see me. These aren't just ghosts. Some of these people actually see me. They don't do nothing. They may say something, do a Hitler salute, but they don't do anything. They understand. One guy once told me, if I were an American, I'd be dead right now. I don't know if that's true, but there might be some truth to that. That's what he says. If you were an American, you would be dead right now. I really don't know what to say. I don't know. Because like I always say, in Russia, I don't hide. Everyone knows where I am every day in Russia. I announce it. My classes are open to the public who are willing to pay. Nobody's hiding it. You feel me? And that's really it, people. Let me know what you think. I'm out. Later.